Hello and welcome to ARCHI Tools. This is module 1 of our Complete Beginner Revit course. If you are new to Revit or coming from AutoCAD, don't worry. We'll start from absolute zero. Why most people struggle with Revit? Most beginners open Revit and feel lost. Why? Because they start clicking tools without understanding BIM. Today, we'll first understand how Revit works. What is BIM? BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. BIM is not a software, it is a process. In BIM, every wall, door, window, and floor is not just a drawing, it contains information like height, thickness, material, and quantity. That's why Revit is called a smart model based software. Revit versus AutoCAD. Let's understand this with a simple example. In AutoCAD, if you draw a wall, it's just lines. In Revit, when you draw a wall, it automatically knows its height, its thickness, its level, and even its quantity. One change in Revit updates plans, sections, elevations, and schedules automatically. Where is Revit used? Revit is used in a number of projects like residential, commercial, hospitals, airports, and in MNC projects of India, UK, US, and Middle East. That's why Revit is a must have skill today. Now let's open Revit. I'll go to new since I'll be creating a new model for that and choose my template. I'll go with the architectural template. If you want to see what unit is in this architectural template, you first need to go into browse. While going into browse, you would see the folder name is English. That means the template which we are using is the metric template. Whereas if I go back and go a little back for the search for the templates, and here below English, I find English Imperial. If I select this, then this is all the templates related to the Imperial system. So you can choose the default one for the Imperial if you want, or you can also choose the default multidiscipline, whatever suits you. So I would be choosing my template in English, which will be default metric. I'll click on OK and click on OK over here. Now let's have a Revit interface overview. So on the top you can find is the ribbon icon for the Revit. Here you can go into different categories and search your desired inputs which you want to provide. On the left hand side you can see that this is the properties icon. You can drag and drop anywhere you like. It can be placed on this region also, and on the if I drag this again and I can place over here also, but I would find it most suitable to place it on the left side. Just a second. If I hover over here, you can find that blue highlighting marking is being shown, which means that it is checking for the space and it will just get stuck on the left hand side. So this is the properties, and currently it is showing the property of the view which I have opened right now. On the right hand side, you would find the project browser. In the project browser, what you would get is all the views which we have. This is level 2, level 1, and the site which is being made. The ceiling plans views are made separately, and similarly the elevations which are made in default. So these are all the things which are present in default whenever you open a new project. For checking the legends, schedules, sheets, and families, everything goes onto the project browser. Now, understanding the Revit file types, if I save this project, it will be saved into RVT file. Similarly, if I have opened my family by going into the same process and selecting the template, this is the category of all the templates which is provided. So if I select this casework family and click on open, this casework family would be opened, and here I can make my casework family, which will be further provided as an input into our project. So if I save this family, saved into RFF file that we need to know before jumping off. And thirdly is the template file, which we have used to open all the files for the project also and for the family also. That is the RTE file. I hope this makes sense to you. Next, I'll go to the navigation basics. So if I scroll my button, this is for zooming in and zooming out. If I press the center button and move it, this is for pan. If you want to go into 3D and look what you have made, you can do so by either going through the hut icon over here provided on the top of the ribbon icon in Revit interface, or by going into your views in the project browser. So if you have made anything in the modeling part, it will be visible in this interface. You for rotating this, you need to press the shift and the scroll button for rotating. You can also use the shift and right scroll button of your mouse to rotate this. You can also look into the top portions of the 3D by clicking on this, and also you can rotate it using this rotate up and rotate down icon. For looking into the front part of the 3D, you can click on this, and in order to rotate it, you just need to press the scroll button by the shift key. Let's understand the Revit interface by creating a basic modeling. So this is just for the understanding of interfaces. Don't get into modeling right now, since this is module 1 and we will be discussing about modeling and other stuffs in the next module. So I'll start with building of my wall. First of all, I have to check on which level I have to create my wall. So in the project browser, there is showing that in the floor plans, we have two levels, that is level 0 and level 1. So this at the lowermost level, I want to create my wall. So for creating the wall, I have to check into the upper ribbon. Here, as I have said, that you have various inputs through which you can model and annotate. So for modeling kind of stuffs, most of the things are into the architectural tab. So for wall, you can find in the architecture tab, there is an option of wall. If I click on this, it will go into the making of wall, and modify place wall option in the ribbon panel has been selected. Since I can provide my walls in a number of type, I can provide my wall in a line, or I can provide my wall in a rectangle, and so on. So I have created this wall, and if I select this wall and search for the properties of this wall, like as what is the thickness of the wall, and what is the base level, and what is its height, I can do so by checking its properties, which I have placed it on the left side. So the base constraint is level 0. That is correct for me. If you want to keep it as at a base offset, you can keep it. And the next thing I would be seeing is, that is the top constraint. So I want this to be at a top constraint of level 1. That means it is not going above level 1. It is going from level 0 to level 1. Currently, it is kept as unconnected. So I'll go into the drop down option, and here is an option of up to level 1. I'll select this. So automatically it detects the height which is in between level 0 to level 1, that is 4000 right now. Similarly, for working on all the modeling part, I have just edited the properties of this wall only. The other walls are still on the unconnected height of 8000. For selecting all, you can press the tab key and just click on it. So all the walls will get selected, and now here you just change the top constraint to up to level 2. So this is, I have created my modeling, and you are now able to use your interfaces, the ribbon, the project browser, and the properties. If I go into 3D and show you how it looks, so this way, by pressing the shift and the scroll center button, you can rotate your model, and for going into top 3D, you just click on this UCS icon and you can rotate it from this arrow over here. So I hope the Revit interfaces is now clear to you. In the next video, we'll start with project setup. In that, we'll talk about levels, how we can create them, how we can adjust its name and provide different heights to it. We'll also talk about grids and placing views. If I have been able to provide a valuable insight, please like the video and subscribe to ArchiTools and comment module 1 done. See you in the next video.